property at the moment is a lot of commercial properties going up in value.
Yeah.
Because a lot of small business people have got these loans from the government for zero, and whether you should actually be buying a property or not is of no concern of mine. But people have got this money not because they, or some people have got this money not because they need it, is because they're taking advantage of the situation.
Are we going to have a property crash?
Hey, we all want a crystal ball, don't we? Yeah. If anybody's got one, I'd like to buy it.
And then you can share it with me then.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Look, it comes and goes. We know that every 10 years or so there is a downturn, you know, and some of it is man-made. Most of it is man-made. I think all of it is man-made, actually. So we go into waves, and you and me probably you're better than me, but
I don't know about that.
Cannot do anything about it. So in my book, I say I take my luck as it comes and I fit myself to it. Now, what other choice have we got in life but to if we can't do anything about the world economy, only our own little environment, and so therefore, you know, they've said a recession is coming. They know this because of the last 2 quarters. Well, I don't think you have to be a genius to know what's happened in the last 2 quarters to know that now we're going into this worst recession, because that is obviously, and this is why it's a plan, and that's it. But you have to take your luck as it comes. And what I'm saying is, what assets have you got? Where do you think the safest place, and what can you invest in? Oh, I've got people all the time saying, shall I invest in gold? Shall I invest in this? Shall I invest in that? I don't know. It's what you feel comfortable with, and there is going to be a lot of turmoil.
So
there really will be.
So you think there is going to be a downturn in the property market in the next 12 months?
Not necessarily, because it depends on what you're in. Because if you go down the local high street here, it was full a year ago. Everybody was thriving. It was full. Marilyn now tells me, because I don't bother to go down the high street, I'm not going down there, but Marilyn tells me there's 7 shops empty in Stamford, and that's just appeared, you know, and that's the start. So I'm saying to people, there are some wonderful opportunities coming along. Unfortunately, there's a bad situation for landlords, there's a bad situation for people with businesses as they are, but there's some wonderful opportunities coming round on the opposite side of the circle of taking these properties and converting them to residential, or if you convert the tops to residential. And look in Peterborough, it was a ghost town 20 years ago after 6 o'clock at night. Now there's thousands of people living there. So it all goes round in circles, and the little shops come back again, you know, and so this is one of the upheavals we've got, and in a few years' time, hopefully, we will look back on it, and people will be going, do you remember those days? You know, it's hopefully. So there's property at the moment is a lot of commercial properties going up in value.
Yeah.
Because a lot of small business people have got these loans from the government for zero, and whether you should actually be buying a property or not is of no concern of mine. But people have got this money not because they, or some people have got this money not because they need it, is because they're taking advantage of the situation. They're taking their luck as it comes, which is the government going, here, some free money, and they're fitting themselves to it by saying, thank you very much. Now I will go and buy my own unit.
Yeah.
And small units are going up in price. Yeah. Now the opposite end of the scale is the pension companies, who are now desperate to keep on buying more assets to pay the pensions out.
The returns, yeah.
And so when you're talking about 10 million for a property, now it's probably worth 11 million, because the rates are coming down from 8% to 7%,
yeah.
from 7% to 6%. The value's going up. It's not the value, it's what they perceive, because they need the income to pay their pensions out. So therefore, there's one end of the market is going up in small industrial and commercial. There's the other end going up because of people wanting this massive investments they need to keep paying their dividends out, or whatever, not dividends, the pensions out.
The returns, yeah.
And then there's the people in the middle sector, which has been stopped trading. Hey, get this. You're going to have a bike shop open all the time and it can sell clothes. You have a clothes shop and you can't sell them. What is that all about? Yeah. Right? You have a bike shop because you want people to get out and be healthy, but they close the parks and the beaches. I don't understand. Well, I do understand what's going on, but I don't understand where the politicians are not actually saying, come on, I don't want that for my constituencies. Yeah, anyway, that's a different matter. We're on to business, aren't we?
So,
yeah.
if some, and then we've got another question from Ali. Well, I'll come to that in a second. And obviously, time's against us to some extent. If somebody is a property investor, or they've just started, there could be experience as well, by the way, and they're looking to buy the next property, would you say they should do it now or hold off for 6 to 12 months, especially if they're small or new?
Right, okay. So take the crystal ball away, and then, right, I've just been advising. I do a lot of advising for people, a paid advising, but it goes to charity anyway. So it depends on what the property is and why you want it, why you'd want to invest in it. So a friend of mine that I deal with has got a very large commercial property that he has about 70 or 80 people working. It's mechanical, you know, like vehicles.
Yeah.
And next door to him as another vehicle company that is now shrinking. It's coming away from the area in England, and so this has come up for sale. Now, is he going to pick it up for a steal? No, he's not, because there's investors who want this type of business, want this type of site, but it adds value to his site. So if he's got both sites, it adds value, and he can build his business. Yeah. So
it's worth more to him than it is.
It's worth more to him. So therefore, he's bid another £300,000. So he's bid another 33% on top of what they was asking to secure this property. And if you do the sums and you break it down over 5 years, then it works out absolutely fine.
So you're saying if the deal works, or you can add value, or there's something you can change, whether be it a commercial conversion or something else, or get additional planning depending on the site, then do the deal.
Yes.
But if the numbers don't work,
don't do it.
Can't add value,
Walk away from it. Yesterday we put a bid in for between 4 and 5 million on a place.
That's small for you, isn't it? The size of your portfolio.
It was a situation where somebody has bid the asking price. I haven't bid the asking price, I put a different bid in with a different rent roll and a different a lease, buying the freehold and keeping the lease in place. So I've just done a different deal, more money but more rent. It suits me. Whether it suits them or whether the other people who have bid against
offer,
me,
yeah.
it's up to them. The deal would work for me, and I would be fine with that. And if it doesn't work, and if they choose somebody else, that's fine. But my deal is cash. My deal's within 30 days. I have done my due diligence. I know what it is, and will they take a better offer? Maybe they will, maybe it will go through, and if it doesn't, maybe they'll be back. And this is what happens all the time. So if it works for you, do it. Now, on the other hand, I'm building up cash reserves because I do believe that there will be a lot of opportunity January, February, March. There'll be a lot of opportunity when people have to pay their VAT, when
the tax, the PAYE, corporation tax, everything that they've deferred. You're right. In the first quarter, and then probably the second quarter too, where those. A lot of, I think, smaller, even medium-sized businesses are going to really feel the pinch because furlough finishes. Then you've got all those repayments to make. Then the bounce-back loan repayments will start later on in the year. All of that's going to come together.
And if they shut the economy down again, and they put it onto the employers to pay the furlough, then there's going to be some real problems.
Big
so so I said the other day on Facebook, that some of this shutdown is going to cost people for 25 years to come. It will. And just that they should educate themselves. How many people in the last 6 months have read, say, a book a week, educated them, have been on courses, been on, for self-education? What have they done to prepare for the stuff that's going to hit the fan? And it surely will.